Back once again for the Renegade Master, D4 damage with the ill behaviour. That was for Dale, who now owes me a coffee. Okay, so let's have a look at this month's EV lease deals of the month. I've done a much shorter video this month because there aren't loads of astounding deals around. And as usual, we're going to go up in price order. As always, all these deals are 3 months up front, 10,000 miles a year, 3-year deals. And please use my link to Lease Loco if you're interested in any of these vehicles whatsoever, because it helps support the channel, and without their support, I could not do this. So let's start with this one. It's the VW Up. We've seen it on the channel before. It's a 60 kilowatt E-Up, Chuck, 32 kilowatt hour, 5-door automatic, obviously. Front wheel drive, insurance group 10, 0-62 in 11.9 seconds, and 160 miles of range is claimed. Cool little things, drive really nicely, just a great little city car really. Obviously you haven't got a ton of boot space in that thing, but otherwise it's a very good little car. 746 quid up front and £248 a month, and delivery in less than 4 weeks. There you go, that's a happy story. What's less happy is they've been much cheaper at earlier points in the year, but it's a sign of the times, I'm afraid, folks, and the fact it's in stock means probably a little bit of a premium at the moment. Next up, we've got the MG UK ZS, and this is a factory order. It's 1,200 quid up front, 324 a month. This is probably about as low as it's been, and although it's been there or thereabouts for quite some time, usually more towards the 350 quid mark. So these are front wheel drive, group 28 on the car insurance, 8.2 seconds to 62, combined range of 198 miles is claimed, 176 brake horsepower, 280 newton meters of torque, and a 470 litre boot. Nice, practical, small SUV, those things, very, very popular. Obviously, they're built to a price, but I think the general consensus is that they're really good value for money. Next, we're going to the Polestar 2. We've seen a couple of Polestar 2s on the channel of late. So this one's the 170 kilowatt, 78 kilowatt hour long range single motor version. Electric, automatic, front wheel drive. Let's have a look at the numbers. Group 35 on the car insurance, 0-62 in 7.4. Combined claimed range of 317, which is very good, 231 brake horsepower, 405 litres of boot space. You know my thoughts on these? I think they're lovely cars. They're very, very well put together. Top quality materials have been used. And to me, they just sort of sit a little bit under the radar. I like that. I really like that rear brake light as well. That's very cool. We are looking at £1,845 up front on that one, and 548 quid a month. Price wise, these were up over 600 quid, and they've sort of come down very gradually here and a bit more recently. A couple of weeks there, they were available at 526. They're now at 548, but even at 548, that's actually a very good price. Next is the Kia EV6, and it's the 166 kilowatt Air, 77.4 kilowatt hour, 5-door auto. That was a mouthful. Right, so these started off 600 quid, 630, 579, 540, down they go. So 1,500 up front and 512 a month. So basically the price is just about as good as it's been. Rear wheel drive, group 34. 204 miles of range. Obviously there are different versions of this car with more range than that. 226 horsepower and 0-62 in 7.3, and the boot space is 490 litres. Now this is obviously very, very close cousins with the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Brilliant cars. They've won tons of awards. It's just won World Car of the Year, I think. I hope to soon be getting my hands on one of these for review, but they're very popular with the press. And obviously I'm not particularly high up on that pecking order. So yeah, hopefully in good time I'll get my hands on one of those for a review. 1,500 up front, 512 a month. There you go, nice car. Tesla Model Y long range. Delivery within 8 to 12 weeks. And we're looking at £2,000 up front and 665 a month. What does that give us? That gives us 4-wheel drive, electric, automatic. Doesn't show insurance group, but it will be 50. 384 brake horsepower, 4.8 seconds to 62. 331 miles of combined range, and plentiful boot space, which is not listed on here. Obviously with the Teslas you've got that frunk as well, which is a really, really useful space. So you can look at these cars one of two ways. It's either sort of an inflated Model 3, or it's a small Model X. There you go, they're very popular. I know one viewer got in touch to say he's ordering one of those this week actually. So very nice car. Obviously they come with a bit of a premium price, but look at the numbers. Audi e-tron Sportback, 300 kilowatt, 55 Quattro, 95 kilowatt hour, Technic Auto, no less. So these were around about £900 a month for quite a long period of time, and then they just dipped recently. There's some silly thing here where there would have just been one available really cheap, but they've been around about 830 for a couple of weeks, and we're now down £2,500 up front, 800 a month. Obviously, you've got to have serious money to get one of these. 800 quid a month is a lot of money to be spending. So what do you get for that kind of money? Well, this one's Group 48 on the car insurance. 408 brake horsepower, 664 newton meters of torque. Wow. 5.7 seconds to 62 and a combined range of 255 miles. Boot space with the seats up is 615 litres, which is pretty cavernous to be fair for a non-estate car. It's that sort of slopey sportback shooting brake kind of thing. I think they look great, but I still feel for that kind of money it should have a higher range than that, but it will in time, no doubt. Next, we've got the Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. I just love these things. If I won the lottery, I'd probably buy one of these. These were £1,200 a month, and they're a snip at the moment at just £1,100 a month. 3,336 quid up front, 1,112 a month. As you can see, it's as low as it's been. And what have we got here? 0 to 62 in 4.1, 571 brake horsepower, 650 newton meters of torque. Four-wheel drive, Group 50 on the car insurance. No massive surprise there. It's in the top insurance group. And it's just a bit of a beast. I mean, love it, love it. Right, finally, I'm going to show you this. It's actually not a very good price at the moment. It's been better than this. It's actually about 100 quid a month more at the moment than it has been. So why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because I've got one in for review this week. And I know the deals on them were really good in fairly recent times. So I wonder if anyone's ordered one and they're waiting for it. Well, if so, there will be a review coming out on my channel at some point this week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's that time of the video where I ask you to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. As I said, it's just a short video this week because there just aren't phenomenal EV deals around right now. That's probably going to be different next month. It might even be different next week. So do keep your eyes peeled. With all these deals, as I said at the start of the video, if you're interested in any of them at all, please use my link to Lease Loco because it shows Lease Loco that I sent you. And in turn, they help support the channel. Without their support, I would not be doing this. Please do use that link. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.